Alright, class. There is an ID check at the door, so please have them out and ready. Today we will be covering the BDSM breakdown of the beautiful freakiness of Cham Cham's and Mon Mon's bedroom shenanigans. In good fashion of honoring, coming out of the closet and standing in your truth, the truth is, Sam is not daddy. Wait. Hold your tomatoes. I get it. You're thinking, Bean, are we watching the same series? Are we reading the same novels? Yep. But Sam's not daddy. Because Mond is. But before we get here, let's take a step back. We're gonna state the obvious, so we can move past it. Does Mond have bottom potential?
Yes.
Does Sam have daddy potential?
Yes.
But what does it mean to truly be daddy? From what I'm receiving from the collective, is it's mostly based off of a person's physical appearance. In Gap the series, it could be that Sam is a taller partner, or maybe it's her firmness, or maybe her outward display of possessiveness, or maybe even her charisma. But is Sam really daddy?
Try asking again. No.
In the series, Sam is taller than Mon, but that's because Freen, the actress playing Sam, is real life taller than Becky, the actress playing Mon. However, in the novel, they're the same height. I mean, technically, Sam is a centimeter taller than Mon, but besides Sam, ain't nobody counting that. You gotta grow up, Sam. So to make this fair and enjoyable, let's stray away from any physical traits, both in series and novel. To be daddy, or have daddy energy, is based on a person's natural dominant authority within their own relationship dynamic. And I put big emphasis on natural because it's important. So just hold on to that. And let's whip out our handy dandy BDSM notebooks. Classes just began. Daddy Dom, or Mommy Dom, is a dominant who embodies a natural caregiving role alongside their dominant authority. A Daddy Dom might take pleasure in guiding and protecting their submissive with the heart of a mentor or parental figure. That doesn't mean that the relationship is literally parent-child. It's a role play between consenting adults. In BDSM, a daddy is a dominant partner who combines nurturing care, authority, and guidance, offering both discipline and emotional support within a consensual power exchange dynamic. Okay, now that we understand the meaning of Daddy Dom, let's see if it fits. Let's talk about Sam's mental state when she first meets Mon. In the beginning of the series and novel, Sam is 30 years old. She is also the owner or co-owner, CEO of a successful company called Diversity. But due to past traumas like her sister's death, being raised by a narcissistic, closed-minded grandma, and a number of other traumatic events, whether openly displayed to us or not, Sam is emotionally stunted, for lack of better words. It wasn't until meeting 22-year-old Mon that Sam have any development within her emotional intelligence. I believe that it's safe to say that emotionally, Sam was stuck in survival mode. Not to say that she wasn't able to achieve great things. She was still a CEO, and a successful one at that, despite what her grandma thinks. She still had her own home, nice car, wardrobe on fleek, the fuck. I mean, she had the things. But emotionally, she was not there, and we know why. And for those who don't know why, go watch the series, or go read the novel again. It's in there. But the whys don't negate the fact that emotionally, she was detached from a lot of things, and it seems like a lot of people. It's safe to say that this moment
จะตีสนิทให้งานผ่านใช่ไหมที่ฉันเป็นห่วงมัมบอสจริงๆแต่มัมบอสตอบแทนคนที่เป็นห่วงด้วยคำพูดแบบนี้หรอคะ
Was the first time in a long time that someone else's emotions made Sam reflect on her own actions. So if we're going back to the list of natural attributes that a daddy or dominant partner would carry, Sam is not a nurturing caregiver. But I do know who is. Well, what about the shirt scene at the beginning of the series? Action and reaction. If Kun Sam had not heard what Mon said about her liking dogs or puppies, would she have still been nurturing? Next on the list is dominant authority. Does Sam have it? Absolutely, with almost everyone, including her close friends and even Kurt. But does she have it with Mon?
No.
Remember, Daddy is a dominant partner within a consensual power exchange dynamic. This doesn't mean the relationship is literally parent-child, it's a role play. And last but not least, guidance. Okay, class, let's collectively really think, how many times has Sam given guidance to Mon? What Kun Sam is great at is giving reassurance. Time after time, maybe after an argument, or maybe not even in an argument, Sam will often give reassurance to Mon. But guidance within their partnership? Not so much. But you know who does? Okay, class, so we can see what's happening here, right? Three for three, Mon has got it. Daddy is indeed home, and Daddy is a pink-obsessed super fan named Korkamon. And as we dive deeper into these bedroom shenanigans, be mindful that labels are useful descriptors, not strict boxes, and they often overlap. A person can be a masochist and a servient sub, which means many people have the ability to switch roles. Also, taboo and imagination play a role in many of these styles. You often eroticize what is forbidden or out of reach. In other words, the things that we aren't supposed to want can turn us on the most. And Mon has two hands full when it comes to Sam, because not only does she have to play the role of Daddy Dom, she is also taking the role of Brat Tamer. And I know what you're thinking, hold on, we just found out that Mon is a Dom and she's also a Brat Tamer? Well, in the words of Sam, it's alright, let's take it slowly. Because now we're jumping into what type of sub I believe Sam to be. Because not all subs say how high when you tell them to jump, especially not the ML Kun Sam. And enters the bratty submissive. The sub who challenges their dom as much as they obey. This brat's disobedience is not true rebellion or disrespect. It's more like a cat and mouse flirtation. They want to feel their dominance power in earnest. In this brat's eyes, attention equals affection. This submissive's archetype thrives on the game of push and pull. It's clear that Sam was in control when it came to their bedroom shenanigans in the beginning, but the tables turned, or positions if you will, when it came time for Sam to receive her punishment. Coon Sam persistently shown signs of brattiness outside of the bedroom, but her punishment is where their roleplay really stood out for me. I appreciate Sam's honesty and being nervous about receiving for the first time, and I believe a lot of her reluctance was more so because she wasn't in control over the situation, combined with the fact that it was her first time receiving. So I hope you all are familiar with the DISC theory, particularly Professor Marston's DISC theory. Dominance, inducement, submission, and compliance. Because this is a great example of it. For those who aren't familiar with it, here's a quick rundown quoted from Professor Marston's in the Wonder Woman's movie. A person is most happy when they are submissive to a loving authority, i.e. why the sisters were unhappy when they had to submit to their grandma's authority. Trouble arises when a person is forced to do something they don't want to do. This is merely compliance. It is essential that a person submits to a loving authority willingly, that it is their idea. But how do we avoid compliance? Inducement. Inducement is the act of seducing someone into your way of thinking. A great example of that is the biting game. The last thing on Mon's mind was biting. However, it was one of the first things on Sam's. In exchange for what I want, let me give you something else to enjoy as well. And it is clear why they say women are better at inducement than men. Dominance. Dominating them so completely that what you want is what they want, and they love giving it to you. This whole scene is dripping DISC theory. From compliance, Sam being reluctant to receive, to dominance, Mon standing firm on her ground and not letting Sam take control, then inducement. Mon giving strict stipulations in the act of seducing or influencing Sam's next decision. Submission. Sam not wanting the alternative and ultimately deciding to give Mon what she wants, which is her, obviously. But in true Bratz fashion, Sam continues to play the cat and mouse game. But what she wasn't expecting was Mon's true daddy energy coming into play. Mon's ability to dominate and respond effortlessly is admirable. Even though it is her first time as a giver, her responses could and would leave almost any receiving party lost for words. Another takeaway is her own excitement within the moment. Although it may be coming to her naturally, this true alpha is still shocked by her own actions. And soon she was back at it again with inducement and seducing. But this time asking for submission instead of demanding it. Knowing that asking would have better results than pushing Sam's boundaries. And while still in the moment, she had a backup plan just in case that one didn't work. I think her primal instincts were indeed activated because she never wavered under pressure. Now I'd like to give more flowers to Daddy Mon, this time praising her for her ability to talk Sam through it. Of the two, during their bedroom shenanigans, is Mon the more talkative one? Yes. But the takeaway here is that she verbally guides Sam whether she's giving or receiving. Mon's authority was at 360%. So much so that she had to double check with Mon to see if she was still angry with her. And then it was Mon's turn to give reassurance. This could also be considered aftercare, just in a lighter form. Yes, it was Mon's first time being assertive in the shenanigans, but not in their overall relationship. In this light, Sam got to see her at her most primal, raw form. And as time goes on, they start to get more comfortable in their roles. For another example, this is brat behavior. Again, thrives on the game of push and pull. They provoke, tease, and test their dominance authority. And at the end of the day, a brat wants to lose the fight, but only after making you work for it. Bratting can amp up the sexual attention. Every playful action of defiance is the sub staring their dom. It is a way of screaming, "I want you in control," without ever breaking the role or saying it outright. A true brat teases and challenges within the rules, A sub who refuses to listen to the negotiating limits isn't a brat, they're just an asshole. A great example of that in their relationship comes from Gap Eternity, which is my favorite novel of the two. I know you didn't ask me that, but I'm sharing anyway. If you haven't read the novel Eternity, just like I said earlier, I suggest you go and read it. Although it doesn't have a lot of bedroom shenanigans like we see in Pink Theory, I say that it gives a better dynamic of their relationship in this novel. Sam has to undergo surgery that temporarily gives her amnesia. She doesn't remember Mon or their relationship. Also different from the series, in the novel they don't get married yet, but they were definitely on their way to getting married after a little convincing. I mean, who would say no after hearing the helicopter song? She definitely pulled on my heartstrings. But anyways, because of Sam's amnesia, Mon was advised to pursue Sam. She never seen herself as the person to make the first move. And even with that, I think that this novel gives a great perspective of her ability to dominate. And follow her instincts, she does. Eventually, she has to admit that maybe she was having too much fun, getting drunk with power, if you will. And ultimately forgetting about those negotiating limits. Mon was teasing a little bit too much and forgetting to give a reward for good behavior. It would have been okay to withhold a reward if Sam was a little, but she's not. Also remembering that Sam has amnesia and has reverted back to that very unhumble lover that she was at the beginning of Pink Theory. She was used to getting her way. While Mon was thoroughly enjoying this fun, having full control, Sam felt like she had none at all. The second half of the novel covers their reconciliation and them getting back together. If they really ever broke up in the first place, I mean, it is Sam and Mon. So, 1, 2, skip a few, the reconciliation does finally arise. But that doesn't mean that the teasing and roleplay stopped. But this time, the Dom doesn't forget to reward her sub. And as Jem so correctly put it earlier, when one is ready to flirt, the other is ready to pounce. Thus, the shenanigans begin again. To me, this next scene is probably the most diabolical demonstration of Mon's dominance I have ever seen her commit thus far. Also my favorite, but let me tell you why. Like Mon stated, this isn't their first time, but for Sam, it is. The reason why I mentioned Sam's amnesia countless times is because I need to emphasize the severity of Mon's following behaviors. What Mon is doing is something she has always done, which is talking Sam through it. That's fine. But let's really take a look at the words she's saying and choosing to use. It is comically arousing to me that she is telling someone with amnesia not to forget this moment and to remember that Sam belongs to her. I'm not saying that Sam doesn't understand the meaning behind Mon's words, but in the state of being frank, I think that Sam is just responding in the moment. Again, to her, this is her first time. I'm sure she is not cognitive enough to really take it all in. It's not like they're just sitting there having a serious conversation. Mon is very much so beating the Doonies down in that very moment. This would be a form of dirty talk. Dirty talk is a powerful tool for deepening intimacy, amplifying arousal, and reinforcing power dynamics in BDSM. Submission is not measured by how demure or silent they are. Most of Mon's talking her through it gives possessive, gentle dom talk, paired with claim ownership. Words like "you're mine," followed by a kiss on the forehead, pulling them closer, anchors the possession and affection rather than control. Daddy is indeed home, and Daddy is a pink-obsessed superfan named Corcomon. I'd like to give a special mention that thus far in the timeline, is before Kun, Sam, Mon, and Nung have a talk about BDSM that takes place in the blank novel. After that talk, it's clear that Sam and Mon went on their own little deep web dive to make certain that they were all on the same page. You should find a nurse's outfit to wear. I will be the doctor. We're gonna roleplay. And I'm sure they did.